Many things could cause the decline of a footballer: age, injuries, the wrong transfer, and women. Yes, there have been some players who failed to reach their full potential because of the love of their lives. In this video, we'll take a look at football players whose careers were ruined by their wives or girlfriends. And you won't believe how much better Cristiano Ronaldo could have been if not for love. Cristiano Ronaldo's story reminds me of a certain David Beckham. Yeah, the same one who owns the MLS franchise Inter Miami that employs a certain Lionel Messi. Many younger fans only remember him as one of the men to have worn Manchester United's famed number 7 shirt. But in his prime, he was one of the best footballers on the planet. A talented midfielder, David Beckham could create magic moments out of nothing that always got Old Trafford jumping. He had rare ball striking skills that made managers worry. This broken ability, coupled with his incredible football IQ and vision, made United 10 times better than they were in many games. Set pieces? Fans were ready to celebrate every time, but it was a shock if he didn't create a goal or score one. He was on his way to becoming a great footballer. And then he fell in love. She was beautiful, fun, the talk of the town, and the life of the party. A brilliant pop star at the peak of her career who made many heads turn anytime she walked into a room. And she had eyes for only David Beckham. At the time, Beckham's football skills were not the only thing that he had going for him. He was also one of the most eligible bachelors in football, brought in a lot of female fans into the sport. When he linked up with Victoria, it was magic. At least it seemed that way. They quickly became the ultimate power couple in sports and entertainment. Something had to give, and it was Beckham's career. The fashion shows, the music concerts, the television appearances, the reality shows. The paparazzi lifestyle became more important to him than making fans happy on the football pitch. Beckham left Manchester United when Sir Alex Ferguson confronted him about the direction of his career. The big problem for me, he fell in love with Victoria, and that changed everything. He lost the chance to become an absolute top dog player. He wanted to give it all up for a new career, a new lifestyle, for stardom, Sir Ferguson said in his book. The man went first to Real Madrid, then to the MLS, then back to Europe with AC Milan, and then finally retired at Paris Saint-Germain as one of their marquee signings after Qatar took over. He retired as one of the most famous footballers in the world, but the truth is that he could have been more. At least he was able to cash in on his popularity and marriage. But Mauro Icardi is still in the trenches. Icardi is having a good time out of the spotlight, but when you think back to the Ballon d'Or level player he used to be, you'll feel sad. He never got nominated for the award, but in his 20s, everyone always made a case for him to be nominated. When you think back to his early days as a football superstar though, you'd see a pattern. From impatiently leaving Barcelona when he had a clear path to the first team, to clashing with the Inter Milan fan base after becoming their youngest captain in history, he has always done things that everyone questioned. And when he fell in love, things became worse. Icardi met and fell hard for a certain Argentine model called Wanda Nara when he was at Sampdoria. The problem? She was already married to Maxi Lopez, a fellow Argentine player in Sampdoria. Word on the street is that Maxi Lopez helped Icardi settle down in Sampdoria, but the lad paid him back by giving in to his desires for Wanda. When he left Sampdoria for Inter, he went after her and started an affair with her. After the affair was exposed and a big drama ensued, Icardi married Nara. Phew! Since that marriage happened, the man's career has been everywhere. Even the late great Diego Maradona couldn't take the betrayal. They had a heated exchange on X, back when it was still known as Twitter, over the issue. Rumor has it that even Messi got involved and made sure that he never got a call up to the national team, making him miss out on many beautiful moments with Argentina. Wanda Nara has some serious influence over Icardi, and has caused him to make some very stupid decisions. One of them was moving to PSG. He did good, considering how stacked their attack was. The problem was that he played a small role when he was big enough to lead a team. The reason he chose PSG was just because Nara wanted to live in Paris, one of the world's most popular tourist destinations. Luckily for him, his talent is enough to keep him relevant enough. The sad thing is that he will go under the radar despite the solid career he's had as a striker. He will probably keep his money too. Unlike Emmanuel Eboué, whose career in life ended because of his wife. Emmanuel Eboué started out like many African players born on the continent. a brilliant talent who moved to a lesser European league before securing a big move to a bigger club and becoming a big name in football. Iboué moved from ASEC Mimosas in Côte d'Ivoire to KSK Beveren in Belgium. There he would fall in love. Aurelier came into his life and turned it around. First for good, because he improved greatly, which helped him get noticed by Arsenal in 2004. Before leaving for England, they got married. Iboué made a name and money playing in the Premier League. This was where his problems started. Aurelier took control of everything. Outside the properties he got for himself in Côte d'Ivoire and other parts of Africa, she made sure to control all of their European properties. She also controlled all of his accounts and entered into shady deals with his money. Problems started when these investments started going bust. He couldn't afford many payments, including one to his agent in 2019. The agent took him to court and got him banned from football for 1 full year, which ended his career. And then when the money stopped coming in, Aurelier filed for a divorce. He lost all he had to her and was forced to call it quits on his football career, returning to Africa to deal with his mental health issues. Phew, hectic, am I right? I'm pretty sure Iboué would have preferred it if Aurelier was more like Samir Nasri's ex, who loved him very much. You might be wondering how Nasri made this list, even though he had a loving relationship. Well, it's because she loved him a little too much. Inara Antanes started dating Nasri when he was at Manchester City. She loved him so much. That sounds like a good partner, no? She was his biggest cheerleader. She encouraged him, spoke positively of him, and made him feel like the biggest man in the world. Nothing got past her. Not him getting tackled, not him getting scolded by the referees during matches, and especially not him getting picked to start games. When any of these happened, she would rush to his defense. She would go on social media rants that got more brutal as things progressed. Nasri too became influenced by her. He thought he was too good to get certain treatments. He wanted that Thierry Henry, CR7 and Messi treatment, but he had not gotten to that level of stardom. Nasri started to disrespect teammates and his managers. Soon everyone began to avoid him. One time, Antanes went berserk when the France national team did not call him up for the 2014 FIFA World Cup. She went online to post very hateful messages. France got knocked out early and Antanes went online to mock them. Oops, this is because you needed world-class footballers, she posted. Didier Deschamps and the French Football Association got tired of her supportive messages and just banned him indefinitely from the France national team. Nasri would never play again for them after that incident, allowing him to miss out on their 2018 World Cup win. Things really went downhill for Nasri because he fell in love. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo's career never suffered, but he's been traumatized by women. Just like Beckham, Ronaldo is quite the looker. He's been easily one of the best-looking footballers in the past 20 years. A younger Ronaldo was the toast of all the models. He had a bevy of ladies at his beck and call and dated quite a few of them. Gemma Atkinson, Imogen Thomas, Arena Sheikh, Bapasha Basu, Jordana Jardel, and Nereida Gallardo, just to mention a few. Georgina Rodriguez is his current partner, and he's been with her since 2016. They even have kids together. The problem? Most of his exes never pass on the opportunity to talk smack about their relationship. The man literally has a waking fear of seeing his name in the news for some woman trouble or something tarnishing Georgina's name. That's not all. In 2008, during a trip to Las Vegas, CR7 spent time with a beautiful lady. He was single at this time. Things happened and the man moved on. The lady did not. She came after him with the law, alleging rape. Ronaldo has spent millions trying to solve that issue till now. Imagine how less distracted he could have been if he didn't have to think about a court appointment all the time. Just maybe he could have been the undisputed GOAT. At least he's enjoyed a stellar career. He's the richest athlete in the world too. What's a little woman trouble to someone like him, am I right? Like this video? Click like and subscribe for more.